Hello and welcome back to Uplift Lifestyle Podcast. And you may be listening over on the Amy Elizabeth show. It's Haley and Amy, and we're back for another one of these pop off. We're matching. If you're watching on YouTube, we're both having our Gucci scarf. We are wearing jackets. Our hair is almost the same. Like, it's just funny. Like, we're literally like, of course.
Yeah, I was like, I actually thought about Haley before I got on because I'm like, oh, she's such a scarf person. Like, I'm just gonna like match her vibe today. And then I was like, I wonder if she's gonna wear a scarf. And then here we are.
And I wasn't even planning on wearing a scarf, but just I basically I'm in a sweatsuit all the time until 3 minutes before showtime. And then
Mm,
I throw on whatever I'm gonna throw on. So it's never really thought out. It's just like, yeah, this is what I'm wearing.
yeah,
And here we are. So
yeah.
Amy and I are gonna pop off today. When I first got the intuitive download that we need to sit down again, it's because I had just gotten back from Greece. So I was in Europe energy, and you had just gotten back from Milan, so you were in Europe energy. And I loved it for us because we live like an hour away from each other. We're Canadian. When you leave Canada and you go to Europe, it's the biggest upgrade always. I know for me it is. I'd love to hear your perspective. But basically, you see and witness a way of life that is not
Mm,
modeled to us here in Canada or North America as like even accessible or okay or good. But that's just how they live there. They're literally living the way we live, but we're the 0.00% here, 0.01%. It's just normal there. It's like wealth is normal, luxury is normal, relaxing at all hours of the day is normal, just creatively expressing like art, creativity. I do this because I want to. This is how I enjoy spending my time. Oh, I'm going to have a 3 hour dinner and drink wine and talk to my family and friends because I can, because I want to. Like the hustle is just not like toxic there. It's really like, I want to create, so I'm gonna, or I want to
yeah.
rest, so I'm gonna.
And actually, what I love, obviously, we're in two very different places. So I was in
Very.
Paris and Milan. I've been to Greece too. So like, it's the hustle in Milan, the hustle in Paris. Like people work really hard. They work really hard, but they're very like all in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they love what they do. And, obviously my favorite thing about Paris is just like everybody's on a smoke break all the time.
Yeah.
But then
Smoke
they're like
break
so
constant.
ready to go back in and they're like, it's like the recharge. And
Yeah.
it kind of feeds into projector energy where like we both know we can be, and for those that don't know, we're both 5-1 projectors. But it's like we're able to like go in. Like I work really, really hard and I'm so focused, and same with you. Like it's so precise. And that's where I really felt that like that, especially Paris vibe where it's like, no, no, we're working hard. We're like, need a break, need a break. I don't smoke,
Yeah.
so I won't take a smoke break, but I'm like, lay on the couch, recharge me, son, do something.
Yeah.
And then it's like I'm all in again. And maybe it's not working, but it's my kids, my life, whatever. It's like
Yeah.
these pulses. And that's what I found really electrifying over there is like their work they take very serious, where here in Canada it's like clock in, clock out, don't want to be here. God, just getting
Mhm.
by, making a paycheck. And it's like the level of unhappiness versus the level of like you're doing something and you're doing it with all of you and like with meaning and purpose and like you
Mhm.
said, creation and artistry and like inspiration everywhere.
100%. I was thinking just like a couple hours ago as I was making my tea, I was like, action is so easy for me. And I'm a projector, and I think if most people just looked at my life, they'd be like, oh, she's always relaxing. She's always on vacation. She's always at the spa. She's always doing this. And it's like, I am doing those things because I've created this reality. So when I am working, which it's like 24 days, 24/7, no days off, alignment work, inner work, and then the actual execution of work, like I have a huge client list. I'm on calls a fair bit in a week, but I'm not always showing that because that's like not the most interesting thing about my life. I think what I'm really here for is to show people you get to have it all and you get to be so harmonized in whatever that is for you. And I love working with like driven, high level, ambitious women that are also like, you know what? I want to rest as hard as I work. Like work hard, rest hard, play hard. And they can just bounce back. And I think that's that projector energy of just like all in, and then you're just like, okay, like done, like don't talk to me, phones on do not disturb. And that's really like that Europe energy. And Milan and Paris is very different than Greece, but like even on the Greek islands, seeing like how the locals are there, the ones that are doing really well, like we're staying in luxury hotels. So the people in Greece that are like working at in management at the luxury hotels, they're like kind of the upper class there. And they're like hustling, like they're like service, devotion, like they care about your experience. They're all in. And then it's like, okay, bye. Like they're gone for 2 days. They're on the beach. They're chilling out. They're not checking in. They're taking care of themselves. And then they're showing back up. And I think that that's something that I've mastered and you've mastered. And it's very unique. And this is why I think people are attracted to working with people like us who are not only projectors, but we're embodying like such harmony. Like we can take the vacation, we can have the slow morning, we do these things, but then when we work, like we're obsessed with it. Like the consistency is no joke. Like you are constantly just you're launching, you're showing up, you're no days off. Like you people are in your life all the time. People are seeing you all the time. I don't think you've taken a day off showing up probably in like 7 years or something. You know what I mean? Like you really fucking show up. And I'm the same since I started this. I haven't been doing this as long as you, but it's like it's not hard for me. I'm like I love this. Like I can't not do this.
I know. And that's what people always say. They're like, how are you like, how much time does it take to like make a reel? I'm like, I don't know, 3 minutes. Like if I actually calculate how long it takes to make
Oh,
4 stories and then a
oh,
reel or a post, I'm like, I can't shut up. Like I can't not write something today because it's like flooding. Like, where do you put your
where does it
inspiration?
go? Yeah.
I'm like, I don't paint, so
And I think it comes so easy. And I'm curious if you feel this way. I feel like it comes so easy to me that sometimes I discredit it as like work. I'm like, no, this is so fucking easy. But then I see like I saw someone post who's a client of mine and she just posted, she's like a social media manager. So she does other people's content.
right.
And she was like posting about what she does for work. And I was like, oh yeah, that's I guess a job. Like that's like people are paying thousands of dollars a month to do what we're just doing because we literally like I don't need a marketing agency. Like I want to show up. Like I live for this. I can't not. I
I
can't
know.
not.
I feel the exact same. And I wonder though if it's like it's either because we're projectors, so we love to be seen and heard.
Yeah.
Number one, but it's also like this because we've created so much space where it doesn't feel like a task. It doesn't feel like something
Yeah.
we have to do. Like for me, same thing. It's like genuinely like I want to show up. I want to post something. I want people to read something that's like, oh shit, I want to create something. Like I never, I truly feel like I would be empty inside if I didn't express myself.
100%. 100%. And it's when I wrote my book, Unfuckwithable, the content, it poured through me. And a lot of that content was inspired by social media posts I had done in the years leading up because I'm living life that, like you said, there's so much spaciousness in my day to day. And I created it that way, as did you. There's so much space. There's never like, oh, I need to post on Instagram today. I need to market this. I need to show up. Like,
Yeah.
there's no rules. I have zero rules. I have zero structure. The only way I know anything I've ever done is because I just look back at the end of the night. Like I'll be going to bed and I'll be like, what did I do today? And then I'm like, oh, I did all these things. But I don't
Mhm.
plan that in the day. The only thing that's on a calendar are my client calls. That's it.
Mhm.
Like client sessions that I can't wait to show up for that are within the hours that I know I'm dialed. Like they're not happening early in the morning. They're not happening after 3 p.m. Like there's a dialed container of time. And there's so much spaciousness that it's effortless to show up. I would never plan it. I would never structure it. And it comes so easily that I'm like, is this, is it this easy? And it's like, no, it is. And I think that
Mhm.
like the key for me often is just like, and I have an open heart in my human design for all the human design people listening. So it's like, sometimes it's just like that self-acknowledgement of like, no, like that's enough. Like you've actually done enough, even though it feels so easy. And it's that one line too. I remember one time you said to me, you're like, it's so natural for you to like have all that information and get all that information and know it and then teach it
Mhm.
because it's just natural for you. So you don't even think of yourself like that, but it's just like your second nature. And it's literally
Totally.
like that. It's nature.
Yeah, and that's the thing with alignment where like again, people try to do what's not aligned for them, and that's where it gets really hard. So again, we're leading. You're and what I wanted to bring in about you is like leading in your real life, leading in your work, and you blend that so incredibly well together on Instagram, but you're also leading with what you know to be true, your own beliefs, right? So it's like one line information is coming out or like downloads or like someone needs to hear this today. Fifth line is like leadership. See my leadership, watch my leadership, see it behind the scenes. Obviously to an extent, but like you really do show the work you do for yourself, the work that you do with other people, the way that you're living your life as leadership examples. And then it's also like, here's what's available for you. You want to lead yourself into my world? Hello, here we go. So it's like these pieces come together and it's like it's so effortless for you and I'm the same, but it's like I don't know. Like same thing. I couldn't not do that. If you told me not to do it, I would be misaligned and I would be like, oh, but like I have to. So it's
Oh
like
my
when
God.
people are forcing themselves to do something that's not aligned, it's like there's always a way to do it. And again, human design is such an incredible tool for that. It's like that might not be somebody else's way to show up as much as we show up, but there's a way to build in consistency that is actually in alignment with the way that it becomes that effortless for you. So I
Mm,
wanted to go in though and talk about, you merging your life and showing your leadership, self-led leadership behind the scenes. You show so much of your life. You show so much of what you're doing and who you're being, and then also what you have to offer the world. So I would just love to talk about that because I think a lot of people hesitate in like, should I show my real life, or is this me hanging out with my friends of any value, or how do I put that into business? Like, how do you merge that all together and tie it together into something that's relevant into the work that you're doing versus what you like to do?
yeah. Well, for me, it's like one of the whole chapters in my book is all about creating a life by design. So it's like, it's literally like that. It's like life. It's life. Like, I don't even call this a business. I call it my life and my life's work. And I'm simply paid to exist and to experience life because I'm a channel. So like, same as you, Amy, like there's no days off. Like, I'll be sleeping and I wake up with a download that the collective consciousness needs to hear. You could never, no one could ever pay me my worth. Like, there's
Mhm.
no amount of, like, no human could ever pay me my worth because I'm infinitely worthy. And therefore, it doesn't make sense for me to be like, here's my, hourly rate, or here's my annual salary. Like, that's not possible for the level of power and the level of impact and service that I'm operating at. So I've just decided, and I decided this a couple years ago, and then really refined it within the last year, and then really dialed it this like past summer when I just completely untethered fully and was like, no, like, I live my life, I serve when I'm inspired, and that's that. And my income is always elevating because I'm just paid to exist. I'm here. And I'm becoming more powerful by the minute. I'm becoming more insightful, more wise by the minute, and I'm always sharing it. Like, I'm always giving it. It's like, here you go, here you go, here you go. And even if I wasn't giving it, but I was just internaling, sometimes it's like I have to just turn it in. And I know you've coached me on that before too, of like projecting it back in, because I can just give it all. And it's like, no, no, let's resource self. There's no there's no number you can put on my worth. And this goes for everyone, but I just know it and I just live it. And that's why I have the results that I have, because I'm actually living it and I'm not just knowing it. And it's like this life by design. And I remember when I first started doing this, like, I have 6 years of a clinical degree that I could be a doctor basically. And if I wanted to take that route, and I just didn't want to take that route. I knew it wasn't for me. But the first few clients that ever worked with me, they're like, I just want to work with you because, like, I just want to be around you. Like, you're just a vibe. Like, I want to be as happy as you. I want to view life through your eyes. Like, I want to see life through your eyes. I want to know what you know. I love that you're like like that you have this soulmate. I love that you have all your friends. Like, you're doing all these things and it just looks easy. Like, people were really reflecting to me that they just wanted to be around me. They just wanted my codes. Like, it was always about just me being me. And I was like, well, look, listen to all this information I have. And it's like, that's helpful. And I would coach on that and that would channel through at times. But often it's like the frequency calibration that
Yeah.
happens when you're with someone who views life the way I view it. And I literally just believe, like, I'm here to do what I love. And there's not one moment in my day where I'm doing something I don't want to do. Like I either delegate it or I completely delete it. Like if it's on my calendar and it's like, oh, something to do that I was once inspired to put into my calendar, if I don't feel like doing it on that day, I literally move it to the next day. If by the next day I don't want to do it, I delete it or I give it to my assistant. I'm like, is this something someone else can do? I
Mhm.
do not do anything I don't like because as soon as you start doing what you don't want, which is like a slave mentality, you're in a victim state. You're in a state of, I'm not the creator of my life. And when you're in a state of, I'm not a creator of my life, guess what you get? You get shit results that don't make you happy. You get results
Mhm.
that don't make you free, that don't make you prosperous, that don't make you successful and joyful. And it's like, I've completely untethered from that. And the biggest shift for me was just realizing like, I am the gift and I am all of it. Like I am everything. Like there's no one and nothing else out there. Like I am it. And how do I want to live? Like how do I want to feel moment to moment? How do I want my days to look? And sometimes it's really extravagant things like an extravagant vacation or, something nice I want to buy or whatever. And then sometimes it's like I want to just like sit on the couch with my blankets. I want to drink my tea. I want to pet my dog and like that gives me so much joy. And that is something that has given me joy long before I, am at the level that I'm at now. So it's like I just really refine what I even value and what actually adds like life to my life. And that's all I do. So it's easy for me because I don't even consider this a business. I consider this my life's work. It's easy for me to just show up like I'm living and be like,
Mhm.
here's what I'm doing. And there's so many codes in that. And the codes are the teaching and the coaching and the channeling and the codes are all necessary to live like this. Living like this is easy, but to allow yourself to know that you can live like this is the inner work. Because we could all just live like this. We can all just be happy. We can all just do what we love. We can all literally be infinitely wealthy and infinitely successful just doing what we love. But there's so much work and so much ego death and so much overcoming and so much healing and all the things that all the inner work that you and I do with our clients that has to happen to live like this, to be seated in this seat being like, I do what I love 24/7, like no questions asked. Like if I say no to something, it's because I don't want to do it. It's not because I don't have enough time. It's not because I don't have enough money. It's not because I don't think I'm worthy of it. I just don't want to do it. Like that's it.
And I think there's something so amazing in here, what you said. I have something that's coming that's basically paying for access. And like people have a weird feeling about that. And like essentially what you're saying is that people pay for access into your state of being, into
Yeah.
your surrounding, into your energetic field. And it's the same
Yeah.
that I feel with me. And like there's so many codes that come through that we don't need to teach because it's like just pay for access and take what you get.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the most luxurious thing that we could really give because it's like number one, calling in people that understand that there's codes for them in something that is like a frequency being emitted. And to
Mm,
be hold that in our own value and be like, hi, all you need to do is be in my access. Like I can just show you my life and the way that I think and what I feel and what I believe and like my core grounding truth and
mm,
whatever yours is from that. It's not like you need to replicate anything. It's just there's something there for people. And I think that's such a luxury buy. It's such a
mm,
luxury investment, right? Because again, people don't need it. It's not giving some form of strategy and understanding something or teaching something. It's the type of person that's like, there's something here that makes me feel a certain way. And that's what you activate in people. And it's like by showing your life and showing your work as life and life as work and all of the things intertwined is like a way of being by design in being able to create that, have that, hold it, and then give to the world. And it's like we also attract so many different people because
mm.
not like I'm coaching coaches. It's like no, I'm
Oh.
I'm I'm working with people that actually desire this luxury, which is access to a frequency that you've honed in
Mm.
on.
100%. It is a frequency. It's a field. It's being the field. It's being a frequency. And all my clients that are high paying one-on-one clients, they already all earn already six, multiple six, seven, multiple seven figures a year. They don't it's not about a strategy with my particular clients. They already have strategies in place. They already have their systems. It's all done. So they're coming in not like at their first stop. It's not their first stop.
Yeah.
It's like they've come to me after many other stops. And they're in so many different industries and they're coming for like you said, it's that proximity to power. It's that proximity to, oh, I get to live this way. Oh, I get to say yes to that. Oh, I can say no to that. Oh, here's my standard. Here's my boundary. Oh, I get to feel this clean, pure frequency every day. Oh, I get to just operate in alignment. I get to say yes to this. I get to spend time focusing on my breath, focusing on my beauty, focusing on my wellness. I get to make that my full-time job. And then they see insane, like it's crazy the results that happen quickly when the frequency shifts happen. And I think a lot of people want to overlook. It's like their brain, some people's brains aren't quite ready to get that. And I get that because for a couple of years I was like that too. I didn't quite understand it and I was always searching outside of myself. I was like, no, there's got to be some sort of strategy. There's got to be something else. But the truth is the strategies I use today are the same strategies I used in my first year of doing this as my life's work. And
Mhm.
my results are very different. So it's that idea of not everyone's prepared for the frequency conversation, but when they are and you're actually ready, it goes beyond knowledge. It's not just like, oh, I know that money mindset stuff, or oh, I know that identity stuff, or I know that self-image stuff, or I know that I'm worthy. It's like, no, no, no. Knowing means nothing. Like knowing is not helpful at this level of alignment. You have to do it. Okay, so you're doing the money work. Okay, you've got to move the money. Okay, you're doing the identity work. You got to show up in the spaces, in the environments. Like you and I were just talking before we hit record, like being in an environment actually where there is a calibration possible. It's like you want to do the relation, you want to upgrade the relationship. You got to have the conversations. Like there's people that it's like they're a wealth of knowledge. They have no results to show for it. And the result will never lie. And the result is based on your embodiment and truly what you're doing, like how you're making moves every single day, moment to moment. And
And the
that's
full
just
person, right? And that's the thing is like
100%.
the full person of alignment. So how they could be extremely successful in their profession and make
Yeah.
so much money and be so like, my identity is, and like, I know I'm good at this and you know, all of the things. And then the relationship is struggling, or
Mm.
you know, they're not, they can't go to an event because they can't take their mind off work. Right. So it's like these things where it's like, we've been taught and here like this is the resistance that comes up and like the friction that happens inside of our world and our entities is that we're not shown that to be of
Mm.
value, right? We're shown get a job, work as many hours as possible, make as much money as possible, and then people are realizing, you know, it really is the huge pendulum swing that's happening where it's like, wait, I can be happy, wait, I have a choice, wait, I can do things different. And that's where you're saying a little bit before, where that work comes in, because it's like, yeah, anyone can do anything. Are you willing to? Are you willing to stand in that? Are you willing to like, you know, not fight for it, but to be certain in it because you're gonna get feedback, you're gonna get friction, you're gonna get, you know, people that don't want you to, you're gonna hit bumps along the way that actually grows you, but is that a challenge you're willing to go for?
Mm. And this is a good segue because I want to talk and riff about how you're so amazing at what you do and what you really shine on and what I really want you to lock in for us listening. But as a like sort of segue about frequency and energy, it's we're ahead of our time. So the staying power that you have, that I have, that the others doing this work who are actually doing it, it's a real rare thing because society is not set up for it.
Yeah.
Society is not set up to give power to the frequency realm, which is the quantum realm, which is the unseen realm. And it's the subtle things. It's like the subtle identity. It's like, ooh, like I want to like I just want to learn from that girl. Or like I want what she has. Like it's like these subtle je ne sais quoi that's like it turns people on and they're like, what is that? Like, what is that? And that's the reason, like, it's in relationships. You see the people that like have all the options in their relationships, have the amazing relationships. You see it in health and wellness. Like, there's people like you and I, like, like, people would look at us like, I want her body, I want her body, I want her body. We don't try that hard. Like we just have standards of practice of how we live and how we respect our body. But
And
like,
how we feel. It's
and
like
how
it
we
all
feel.
comes
Oh,
back to
100%.
how we feel, right? Like, and
How
that's
we
the thing that
feel.
most people are like, I'm going for this instead of aligning with like, but wait, how do you feel with that?
Totally. And do you even see yourself as that? Like, I see
Mhm.
myself as like being sexy. Like, I'm sexy always. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. It could be like, I could be deep in my period and like eating chocolate on the couch. And I'm just like, I'm fucking sexy. Like, I don't give a shit. The next day, I pop off. I'm like in that sports bra. I'm at Pilates and I'm like, yes, let's go. Like, there's just, it's like, we'll get into that another time, but I want to shift gears into the staying power, and I want everyone to know this. If you are someone who's like frequency first, you believe in this, like, and we're talking about this, and you're like, this is resonating. Like, I get it. I believe it. My cells are like, my body's like vibrating. Like, this feels so true. But yet you look around and your parents and your partner and your friends and no one else is like living like this and getting it. They just haven't caught up yet. There's a whole paradigm, there's a whole reality where this is what we do. Like, this is literally what we do. It's frequency first. Frequency is everything. And it's the staying power. And that's why I want to shift gears to, because it's catching up. Like, there was a time when how humans live now, someone would go, there's no way humans will live like that. That's not possible. Wi-Fi, no way. TVs, no way. Like, what? Airplanes, like these things that are just like, yeah, those are all came from literally the fields. They came from the field of creation. They came from the quantum field. They came through ideation. Like, we flick our switch to turn on the light. We trust that the light's gonna fucking turn on. It's not our responsibility to understand how it turns on, but we know it turns on, right? So that's that, the power. We need to give the power to the frequency field because it is everything. So I want to shift gears now. I want to hype you up, Amy, because you are someone that I get, it's nice knowing you as a friend, but also as someone that I see online. And I think a lot of people see you online. Not everyone gets to like have access to you like a friend, but I want everyone to know like you are the real deal, and you are who you are behind the scenes as you are in front of the camera. Like, there is congruence and coherence 100%. Like, you are that, and you feel that when you're with you. Like, you're someone who, it's like, if you're embodying an identity, like, you are that. You're all in on that. And it's like, yeah, this, that, and I've redesigned my house to be like this, and now we're doing this, and it's like, and now this is my new outfit for this, and here like, it's like you are all in on identity. You're all in on embodiment. You live like, same as me. We live in Canada. Like, we have this like, even though I've lived in Toronto and you live in a city, like, we have this conditioning of like small-mindedness, stay small, be small, and like, you've just shown up consistently as this huge leader, but also just this very unrelatable icon, queen archetype that a lot of people want to just like rip apart. Like, a lot of people want to be like, fuck her. Like, like, people want to be like, no, but you're like, yes, this is me, and like, this is how I live, and you get to live this way too. And you help people calibrate, not by stroking their ego, not by like making them feel better in their woundology and in their victimhood, but by being like, yo, this is available, come fucking calibrate. And you've held that staying power for so long. And I think some people looking on the outside would be like, how is she still like out here doing this? Like, she's out here on social media every day. She's writing emails. She's hosting these in-person events. She's like coaching all these programs at once. Like, I think a lot of people will be like, how does she do it? And how does she have this amazing family? How is she this amazing mother? How is she look the way she looks, like absolutely gorgeous and fit? Like, it's unrelatable, and it feels impossible to a lot of people. So I want you to tell us like how and like who and identity. Like, your identity is so, like, I could just write a book about your identity. Like, I just feel like people know your identity, and it's like, that's Amy.
Thanks.
You know what I mean?
Best decision of my day. Yeah, I mean, well, thank you for all of that. And I think, from the very beginning, like throughout my entire life, like really, if I were to like look back on my entire life, I was always just like, I'm just gonna do that. Like I'm gonna run a mini triathlon. Like I'm gonna wake up and go do sprints after drinking the night before, like going out with friends. Like I was just always like, I want to do what I want to do. Like there
Yeah.
was never I never needed anybody to do it with me. I never needed anyone to validate me. It's like maybe I needed a ride from my parents or something, but like they were always available for it. But like really I wasn't asking for permission ever.
Yeah.
So I did go through, obviously, I went to teachers college and I got a teaching job and I did all of the things, but that was like I didn't know any of this existed. Like I
Mm-hmm.
remember a moment where my friend, we were out in Toronto and she was like, "What else would you want to do if you weren't a teacher?" And I was like, I literally never thought about it. Like I never thought about another career.
Yeah.
And she was like, you should be like a sports caster. Like you need to be on TV. Like people need to see you. Like you need to be speaking to people. And I was like, the fuck? Like never in a million years was I like, oh, like what a faraway dream. Like I really didn't have my mind was not expanded to that. I didn't see it. I didn't know it. I
Mm-hmm.
just didn't. And then after that moment, I was like, wait, there's other things available for me. Like I actually could think different than what I'm thinking.
Mm.
So that really opened up this door of like, what else is there? And then from there, it's just always been like, I know in order for there to be change, and especially when human design came in, I was like, obviously being a fifth line, the whole identity piece really, really, really landed with me. But I always knew that in order for anything to change in my world, like I was like I had to take action in that. So if
Mm.
I wanted something, I better get moving to it.
Mm.
And it's like I obviously believe I'm a co-creator in that, like God is the other co-creator, and my idea or what I want has been planted from God is by design, but
Mm.
ultimately I have to move. So it was just
Mm.
like, oh, I want to look this way, go do it. I want to make money, go do it. I want to live a different life, go do it. I want to feel this sexy vibe, dress it. Like it was always like, be it, do it.
Yep.
So I think it's just always really been in me. And I just never really asked anybody for permission to be who I wanted to be. And I also
Mm.
remember a huge piece of this is like so cheesy, but I say this to people because I think it's so important. We don't look at the nuances in our daily life of things that don't make us happy. And like when I was teaching, I wasn't allowed to, like, we weren't allowed to wear like Lululemon anything, like bottoms, because, like, it makes your butt look good. And
Yeah.
so I would do like Fit Friday with my students on Friday, and someone was like, you can't wear Lululemons. I was like, first of all, it's a casual day. And second of all, like, I'm doing Fit Friday with my kids. Like, I'm
Yeah.
running with them. What do you want me to wear jeans? Like, I'm
Yeah.
outside sitting with them. And they're like, no, you can't wear that. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I can't tone down my identity and even like what I wear to work out. Like how that's not allowed. I wasn't being inappropriate. I was wearing Lululemon bell bottom, It's like so bizarre, but it's like that was a huge piece. I was like, this is so
Yeah.
misaligned. This is misaligned. I literally can't wear something appropriate because other people are triggered by a butt.
Yeah.
So it's like these little nuances in our lives where we really have to look at who do you decide not to be to make someone else comfortable? Who do you decide not to be? How do you decide to tone yourself down? Who do you decide to be so other people are happy? And then it's just when you flip the switch. It's like, no, I'm gonna decide who I am, what I wear, how I show up, how I feel, what do I want to experience, like who I'm being in order for me to actually be it. Because we also just can't think things into existence. And I think
Mm-hmm.
there's like a big problem in the manifestation realm where it's like you just think things and believe things into existence. We need the physical manifestation of self in order to fully receive what we're wanting to receive. So it's like this real world materialization self that you have to be in order to think you're going to get something, to receive it, or that you're going to be like abundantly fulfilled or so aligned. You have to be the walking example of that.
Mm. 100%. And the thinking into reality is a part of the formula, but it only will ever equate to the result if the physical, tangible form of your human is in complete alignment with that, meaning you're willing to do what that version of you is going to do. Like I said,
Exactly.
move the money, show up in the environment, like leave the job, leave the relationship, put
Mhm.
yourself in the rooms you should be in, like that willingness. If you're just sitting in your mind's eye and you're not executing when the opportunities arrive for you to execute that and practice that, you're literally communicating, not yet, not yet, not yet, or I can't, I can't, I can't. And you're giving your power completely away. You're literally becoming the victim. Like
Exactly.
you had that, you sat there in that at that school being like, I'm not available to not wear my Lulus. Like this is my me. Like what the actual fuck? And you completely changed and you're like, I'm quitting this job. This is a total limitation for me. I had a similar thing of like when I was going to be a clinical kinesiologist and I started looking at like for me, my time is so valuable. So like I just don't waste my time. I have to be like, this is so fun. Like I will literally just leave. Like if I'm like out at a social event and the vibe is shit, I'm like, I'm out. Like I won't even say goodbye. Like Irish exit. Like if the vibe shifts and I don't want to be there, if I'm not getting any energy from it, I'm out.
Mhm.
So it's like just that I remember looking through all this stuff and it's like the charting and all these rules. And I was like, I don't see myself following these rules. And there's just been so many things in my life where it's just like I hear things, in the business world and it's like, "Oh, here's the funnel you need to set up and here's this stuff." And I'm just like, I don't see myself setting that up. And then I'll think to myself, "Oh, could my assistant maybe set it up?" And then I think about it and I'm like, I don't even want her spending her energy doing this shit. Like it's just like I just get so clear and I'm like, we're not wasting our fucking energy in this way because those rules do not apply to us. The only rule that applies to you is like being in complete congruence with that highest version. And if that version's like she makes $1 million, she makes $10 million, she makes $100 million, she shows up in these rooms, she has her dream body, she has her dream husband, whatever it is, it's like, are you being her? Are you literally like actually moving in that? Like literally just making those moves. And I've seen you make those moves over and over. Like you'll just be like, it doesn't mean it always happens overnight. Like there's times when it's like, yeah, I got the whispers, and then like a month later it was like, that's done. And it's like, and I've been the same. It's like, hey, you get the feeling, and then you're just like, let's fucking go. You calibrate and you make
Mhm.
that move. And speaking of like staying power, like I think a lot of people are in the business world or in like the coaching industry. It's kind of like, how do you stay relevant? How do you whatever? And I just see you like over and over again reinventing your identity and being so committed to being all in on it, even if you fully well know that it might just be like a month where you're in that identity. And then you're just like, oh, now this is who I am. And it's like, I just loved that about you when I first was like starting to see your content and stuff because I feel like I do that too. And I really encourage my clients to do that, like being playful with life. It's like, oh, I'm like, it's my pink lipstick era, like I'm wearing pink lipstick. And it's like, and then you just kind of take on that whole identity. And some people could be listening to this being like, what the fuck are they even talking about? But it's like, this is so meaningful. Like when you actually get that life is so simple and fun, and life is literally, it's so it's not serious. It's really not serious. Like it's actually just fun. And these
And you
things,
have to like bring
oh,
these vibes. Like this is the part too, and like you're so good at this too, is like you're like a bright, bright, bright light.
thank
So
you.
it's like when you walk into a room, you light up a room. And it's like, okay, so the pink in your daily life, if you're not in a room, it's like you're gonna light yourself up anyway. So you're in your pink lipstick era vibe, like you're vibing with
Yeah.
yourself, like you be the light. It's like induces more light within you that you put out into the world. But it's also
Totally.
like, what are you getting back? So like when you said when you go into a room and it's like I know the frequency that I emit. If I don't get that back, like I'm out. Like you're not willing to dim the light. And it's same thing with the playfulness or like identities. It's like, no, I feel like it. I want to. It makes me so happy. It turns your light up that like you're not going to dim it because someone's like, wait, I don't get it. Or how does this like make any sense? Or like last month you were like sporty spice and now you're like pink spice or like baby spice. Like what's going on? It's like you just get to be all of it because ultimately also what I believe in identity work and like staying power is that you're like standing in all of these identities.
Mm,
Like your
yes.
closet. It's like, what do
Yes.
you like build your closet, you build your collection, and then it's just like grabbing this because I feel it inside. And that's like the frequency thing. So it's like the frequency inside,
Mm,
but then like you're matching outside. And then it's like you just build a bigger closet of all these accessories and clothes and items and textures and like the
yeah.
richness of it all. It's just like that's what you want to wear. And I think that's where identity and even staying power comes in because it's like yes, we're reinventing, But ultimately, like I posted a post from 2021 today. Like it's all the same. It's just
Mm,
I get better at communicating. I get better at really knowing what that means. And then
mm,
I get better at bringing it to, a big part of our business is like showbiz, baby. Like you got to catch an eye. So it's like that identity piece just like works in our favor. So again, why not amplify what works in your favor? Why not whatever's easy, fun, playful for you, be
yeah.
it? Because that's what catches an eye.
100%. And it's that frequency thing of like you've been saying the same thing since 2021. Guys, listen up. Like I've been saying it, but you're living it in different levels now. Like you're in the like you said, it's like a closet. It's like here's my look, here's my frequency installed. And it's like I know what it feels like to be a boss bitch. I've been a boss bitch. I know what it feels like to be like super like feminine and just like receptive because I've been that. I know what it feels like to be like I'm so audacious. I'm so bold. Like, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, I've been that. Like, I've had all these identities and they're like it's like, yeah, yeah, I could just pick that up. I could be like, boop, I'm being heard today. I'm being heard today. I'm being heard today. And the only job, my only job, and I believe this is exactly how you live, is like attuning to like what's the vibe right now? Like what's present in me right now? What's inspiring me right now? And offering whether it's an offer, whether it's how you coach, whether it's how you channel, whether it's how you hold your clients, it's just whether it's how you live your life, like what's matching that frequency. And for me, it's like with the life by design, it's like I'm so particular about like, where do I want to go out for lunch today? Like it has to match my vibe that I'm on. Like, am I in like a wellness mood or am I in like a luxury mood? Am I in like a real like cozy, like I just want something cozy mood? Like it's just constant,
Mhm.
like, what is it in this moment? What's going to bring me the most joy? What's going to feel the most me? And then I go express that. And we really are just like we are here to express ourselves like creatively and the blocks and the any barrier, any doubt, anytime you're entertaining fear, doubt, barriers, blocks, anything like that, those are those gifts. Like those are those gifts. Like they're a gift every time. Like you're if you're not playing at your edge, you're never going to see them. But once you start
Mhm.
playing at your edge, they're there and you're like, "Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me reclaim power. Let me take my power back. Let me overcome that. Let me heal that." And then you just get excited and it really is just this game. So it's like, "Oh, you know what? I really want to start showing up in this like whatever energy like maybe it's this really like powerful sexy energy and you want to start making this money and you want to start showing up to these events and being that girl, that woman, but then you're like, oh, but like what about my high school friends? What are they going to think? Or oh my god, like my husband thinks I'm being weird or like whatever. It's like you've got to see and go, nice, I'm playing at my edge because all this fear is showing up. Now instead of entertaining it and letting it win, you reclaim all your power from it. You're like, oh, what does this mean about me? What am I making this mean about me? What can I heal? Where can I go? And like, you do that work and you do that work with someone like Amy. You do that work with someone like me. You go there, you go fucking deep. So then you're not limited by it because guess what? Next week it's going to be a new identity and then a new identity and then a new identity. But if you're not leaping and you're not moving when it's that six-figure version, that multiple six-figure version, that $1 million version, if we're talking in money, it's like you're not moving and you're not going to get
And
there.
you're not going to get it.
You
Exactly.
won't
And
get
it's like
there.
we can all get what we want to get, but we have to be
Oh,
willing to be it. And it's so
yeah.
interesting that you say that about like, high school friends or your husband or whomever. It's so funny because my kids, an unconditioned mind
Yep.
react to different. So my kids, like they'll do my little emojis on like Netflix and like whatever all those TV things are. And they always, obviously I'm blonde and whatever, they always pick like a dark feminine emoji for me.
Mm.
And I'm like, you guys get the vibe. Or like they're like, oh my God, that leopard blanket is so you. And I'm like, I never wear leopard, but you're right. It's a vibe, it's a match. And so it's just so funny where it's like the conditioned mind who is triggered, who is bothered,
Yep.
your high school friends, your partner, your clients, they're triggered. And we slow that down where it's like the unconditioned mind gets the vibe match. And it's like
Hmm.
you'll naturally be it and they'll pick it up and they don't think anything's wrong with it. They just start to associate. But then we start to alter because we're afraid of what will come back to us with them blaming, right? You're the reason I feel uncomfortable. You're the reason I feel insecure. You can't be who you are because just because you're making a certain amount of money. You
Hmm.
can't be this, and that. Like, there's no possible way. That's all projections. That's all somebody else's stuff. And it's like, if we can actually hold the space, and I think this has been one of my biggest lessons in staying power, they're not wrong either, right? It's actually about taking and like holding grace and understanding what's going on and then choosing, does this person hold enough meaning in my life where I absolutely want to work this? I want them to be comfortable. I want them to feel safe. I want them to feel secure, and I want to be who I am. So how do
Mm,
we blend this together? Whereas other people, it's like they can think whatever they want. I literally don't care, right? They
totally.
don't mean anything to you.
Yeah.
But people, I think in our industry too, we're not taught how to like hold that grace and power at the same time.
Mm. Oh, I love that. Yeah, in a way that I like, so that's like the emotional framework that's necessary. And a way that because that emotional game, it's so real. The way that I like to approach these things is like from a very quantum perspective, where I'll literally like I'll just pluck myself out and I'm not even in it anymore. So I'm not feeling the trigger, I'm not feeling the projection. And we're both 5'1", so we get projected on all the time. As do I have 5'1" clients, and it's so funny like seeing it. I'm just like, yeah, they get that. They get it a lot. Like, especially like the most badass ones, they're like really getting it. But it's like I pluck myself up and I go into this like quantum mode, and I'm like, I created all of this. Like, I created my husband saying this. I created my high school friend feeling this way. I created my client feeling this way. And those are just the examples of what we've
Yeah.
just shared. But it's like I created this random person. Like I triggered this random man recently, and he like yelled at me and my assistant. It was so weird. And I was just like, "Oh, I created that." Like I literally created that to show myself how powerful I am, and to show myself where I need to upgrade that power. Like if I felt like I needed to outsource that power, if I felt like a victim, or if I felt like I'm going to lower and like, oh, it's too much. Okay, I'm just going to go right back down here. It's like, fuck no. And we get the thing about staying power too is you do get evidence. Like you can't fuck it up. Like you do get evidence and then you just keep going. And then you see someone who's like making all this money or having all this impact or living this dream life and you're like, how are they doing it? It's like cuz they kept doing it. Like they got evidence and then they kept doing it. The difference is if you're starting out and you're listening to this, you got to hold the field and frequency until you get that evidence. But once you get that evidence, look fucking out because then you'll just keep doing it. You'll be like next level, next level, next level, and you just keep rising. So I always like I go fully quantum to get my emotions out of it because sometimes that's like when you're really in it, it's so necessary. Like if you're really triggering someone or they're really triggering you and it's like really hard, I go full quantum. I go, this isn't real. I created this. They've shown up in my hologram for this test or this experience and this learning. And even if it's someone I really love, like someone like my husband Mitch, who I'm like, you're a very real person. I very much love you. And you have your whole life, but like you said this in this exact way at this exact time for this exact reason for me to have this upgrade, for me to have this growth. So instead of being reactive, instead of being emotional in it, I'm just like sitting there calibrating. I'm expanding my nervous system. I'm like, okay, this is happening. Okay, yep. Okay, yeah, it's true. Okay, yep, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. And then I'm just processing internally, taking all the power back from it, going, "Oh wow, this is triggering that. This is triggering that. Thank you. Thank you." And I start to see like the triggers as this fuel. I start to see the pain as this fuel. I start to feel all that as like, and what am I going to do? Am I going to suck back to fear? Am I going to entertain fear and doubt? Or am I going to be like, this is who I am though? So, like, I'm 10 feet tall now, and this is actually who I am, and I'm going to hold it. And then what you'll see is those people in your hologram, they'll adjust because the hologram adjusts instantly. When you hold the frequency matches right away. If you're not seeing the results, you're not in the frequency. Like, if you're not seeing the results, you're not holding it long enough. Like, that's it. So, that's the staying power. And I know we have to wrap up because I gotta leave. I gotta go, and I know you do too. But I'm like, we could pop off all day.
Goodbye.
I know. I'm like, wow, how did it flew by? But like staying power, there's a million people out there that know things, but there are only few people that are living it. Be one
Mhm.
of those few people. That's why you're listening to someone like Amy and someone like me. We're not like the easiest people to be around for your ego, but we're going to be really fucking good for your soul. So if you're here for a soul life, like you're in the right place. Anything else you want to share, Amy, before we have to jump off? Because I'm like,
It
holy
literally is all, it's all by design. It's all by design. And it's like if we just imagine like we're the architects of our world, like anything gets to be created. And I think like that example was amazing of like Mitch, because it's like creation. There's
shit.
always space for creation. So it's like where most people, like you said, will lean back and like not create anything or create like a natural disaster you're creating, right? So we either lean this way to creation, we lean this way to creation, or we back up and we don't create anything. But we always we can step into creation. Which side do you want to play with? And that's where your light is like crystal clear, bright, bright, bright. It's the creation of abundance. It's creation of design. And that's the field to be playing in if you want big
Mhm.
things. You want to feel big things in the most incredible way. That's it.
So fucking good. Amen. Like, leave
Amen.
the old world behind. Like, I just can't stop saying this. I'm like, just leave the old world behind, guys. Like, trust me, it's really good up here. It's really good vibes here. Like, it gets to feel good. Like, it's not this disaster. Like, life isn't shit. Life isn't hard. Like, it's actually so beautiful. And until the day I die, I'm going to just be telling people that. Like, it's really good to be alive, and come join the vibes. Come join the vibes. Get in on this. We love you. Thank you for being here. And yeah, hit us up.
Yes. Bye, guys. Thank you.